This episode of Lost Anarchy Presents has been brought to you by Cigarette.com. There's nothing fake about it. America, 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 fuck yeah! Coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah, America!
They all came here, America, the bouillabaisse of the fallen empires.
Terrorists, your game is ruined, 'cause now you have to answer to.
We took a little slice of the failure of each empire and put them all together in a primordial stew.
My boss, America, fuck yeah! What you gonna do when we come for you now? It's the dream that we all share. It's the hope for tomorrow. Fuck yeah!
We're giant food courts, different on the outside, but it's one big kitchen in the back.
Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
America, where everything's backwards and upside down, little kids are on leashes, and pit bulls roam the streets. Housewives dancing aerobics to gangster rap while gangsters are sitting on stoops and hairnets and house curlers. And
what the fuck is
we
this?
send all our jobs overseas while people come over here from overseas looking for jobs.
What the fuck are you talking about?
But people still risk their lives every day coming over here, climbing mountains, scaling walls, running roads to get a job at one of our gyms, picking up our towels, watching us climb fake mountains, scale fake walls, run fake roads. They probably think we're making fun of them, but we're not. We're still doing pretty good. That's why we're worried about global warming. You think anybody else gives a shit about global warming? What are you gonna go to the Sudan? Hey guys, we know you're just getting cars and air conditioning. Don't use them for a while. I'm serious right now.
What the fuck?
Well, our empire's not finished. We have no solutions if it is. People say we have to compete with our kids. It's up to them. They have to compete with China and India in math and science.
Nigga, please.
First of all, the only kids over here that would have a chance to compete with China and India in math and science would be our Chinese and Indian kids. But even they can't, because they're too Americanized. Once you have money, you change. You know, people say we need more money for education. China and India have no money for education, and they kick our ass every year. Money has the opposite effect. Studying is something you do when there's nothing else to do. When you have money, you're partying, sexting. When are math and science going to compete with sexting? I'd like to see that day, because when I was growing up, all we had was spitballs, and half the kids failed because we were too distracted by them compared to math and science. And ironically, the only place that really still is beautiful, clean air, fresh, beautiful mountain ranges, clean water, rivers, lakes, is Canada. And nobody wants to live there. But it's not me saying it, just. Even when people sneak across the border through Canada into our country, Canada goes, we've got jobs here, social services, liberal immigration policy, healthcare. That's nice. I'm gonna take my chance in that giant fucking Ruby Tuesdays anyway, but just something about it. It's like the living room with the plastic on the furniture, you know? Don't feel bad for Canada. Believe me, this is their strategy, is to be boring so nobody goes up so they can stay looking nice and nobody wrecks it. It's obviously, they're not trying to welcome people. Have you ever seen the flag? It's a leaf. They're not even trying. Even the national anthem is kind of trying to get you to dismiss them a little. It's like, oh, Canada. You go up there, they all speak French. When did that start? I'll tell you when it stops the minute we leave, I guarantee you. But it's an interesting parallel because they're the same size we are, got here at the same time we did. But look at our country, it's all fucked up. You look at a satellite photo of our country from outer space right now, it looks like that old mug shot of Nick Nolte.
Penetration, guys. You.
15 years, we turned into the alcoholic drug addict brother of Canada. They're always sitting there like that, kind of looking, not really judging. Once in a while, they have a couple of Molsons, get a little crazy, put on some Sarah McLachlan. Our country's the guy that gets drunk, accidentally spills his drink all over the Gulf of Mexico. Oh, shit, hold on a second. And then, you know, when you try to clean it up, you always make a bigger mess. I got it. No, you're spreading it around. Oh, shut up.
And finally, new rule on this solemn anniversary. Republicans must be given some credit today for not saying out loud what they're really thinking. That he wasn't all that great. Whatever. Now, I disagree. But in the interest of reaching across the aisle, let me admit, I get that. I do. You just don't get a lump in your throat for John F. Kennedy. You get a lump in your throat for Ronald Reagan.
I, Ronald Reagan, do solemnly swear.
He's the Republicans' Kennedy, the one they have unconditional love for. Just last week, Sarah Palin said, there is no Ronald Reagan on the scene today. If he was, that's who I would put my faith in. That's quite a hold on someone. After all, when Reagan was elected, Sarah Palin was barely 16, probably pregnant, but still in 3rd grade.
Almost confessed to her.
Now, I don't know if all politics is local, but I do think all politics is tribal. And just as some people are dog people and others are cat people, some have a chip in their brain to be Democrats and others to be Republicans. We have Kennedy, you have Reagan. We have marijuana, you have Metamucil. We want gays in the military, you want them in the airport restroom.
Well, duh.
I get this, because you know what? In my house, you could never say a bad word about the Kennedys. My father was Irish-American like Kennedy, same age, fought in the same war. I think I got my love of politics at that formative age because my parents loved him so much, as did and do millions of Americans for whom this day will always suck and never be forgotten. Historians will argue forever about whether Kennedy and Reagan were good presidents and never settle it. But can we on this day at least agree that Kennedy was cooler?
Our gross national product never regained its full potential.
Our liberal icon was a smart, sexy war hero who said he wanted to go to the moon. Yours was an old fuddy-duddy who tried to rock denim.
Oh, yeah!
Our guy was Don Draper. Yours was Rooster Cogburn.
Well, you and your brother stand clear. I got no interest in you.
You know, when they named an airport after JFK, flying was sexy and fun. You dressed up, drank a martini, and flight attendants performed oral sex in first class. When they named an airport after Reagan, it was purgatory with a food court.
Be sure to vote for Giant Douche.
Everything JFK wore is still cool today. Look at him, he looks like a J. Crew model. When he was president, everyone looked like Rob and Laura Petrie. When Reagan was president, everyone looked like this. But one reason we looked uglier in the 80s is because we were uglier. It was when the baby boomers, the generation that was supposed to be different, just gave up and sold out completely. Kennedy's time was the time of ask not what your country can do for you. Reagan's was the time of greed is good.
Ladies and gentlemen, greed, for lack of a better word, is good. Greed is right. Greed works. Greed clarifies, cuts through, and captures. Yes. Evolutionary spirit.
JFK was far from perfect, but he was a true wit and a sex machine, and he knew how to wear a pair of shades. Reagan was an amiable square in a cowboy hat who had sex with a woman he called Mommy.
Bad, 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 bad,
Kennedy
bad.
was James Bond. Reagan was Matlock. Love him or hate him, we win. Republicans can call Reagan their Kennedy all they want, but it's like calling Miller High Life the champagne of beers. It's why calling someone your Kennedy will never really cut it, because our Kennedy is Kennedy.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe or I will scratch your eyeballs out.